here with Natural King 215 and this show with Ashley Coleman and
hey, let's talk natural.
Alright, what's up YouTube? You're here on the Natural King 215 channel, and today I'm here with the wonderful Miss Ashley Coleman.
Hey, what's going on?
So, first you could just introduce yourself, a little bit about you.
I'm Ashley Coleman. I'm a songwriter from Philadelphia, PA. I also work for the Philly Grammy chapter, and I am a natural since 2008.
Nice. Alright. I've been natural my whole life. It's like ever since you went natural, how has the world responded to your either positive or negative?
It's funny because mostly in the world, like the general public, people love my natural hair. Like a lot of people comment on it. Sometimes it looks crazy and people are like, hey, I really love your hair, and I'm like, whoa, it's wild today, but okay.
Nice.
I feel like that's been really positive. If any negative feedback, not negative, but just kind of like what's going on there, it's been like family, if that makes sense.
I can relate.
Yeah,
I can relate.
A lot of my family is more like, well, they were, I feel like I changed their opinion of natural hair.
Nice.
But in the beginning they were kind of confused, like, alright, what exactly are you gonna do?
Is anyone in your family natural?
No.
What? That's interesting.
I think like my cousin, I think she went natural. Yeah, she went natural after a while. But not like my mom. Most of my cousins, they all get perms.
I think that's how my family is. Like, well, my aunt might be natural, and my sister, my older sister, she's natural. But like, since my hair is a little bit tighter, and sometimes dry, everybody gonna be like, they give me a look at first. They give me a look.
Okay.
And some people say they like it. Some people say they want to touch it. My family, it's very funny how they react to my hair, but because your hair, it is nice.
Oh, well, thank you.
I like the color too.
Well, yeah, I got a little color in it, but my hair is pretty tight too.
True.
But it does have like, at least it has like some curl pattern to it.
True.
Which is cool, because even that's funny, because my aunt was like, well, what? It's curly? That's curly, But it's like, no, when you look at it, it's really a tight curl, but people are just funny when it comes to, hair texture and that type of thing. It's never been that important.
That really goes into the education of it, because they don't even know until they see it, but then you don't accept it.
Right.
Until you see it. It's like you just gotta keep re-educating.
Well, I didn't really know what the real texture of my hair was like, because from the time I could remember, I had a perm.
Oh.
So I didn't even know going into it. I was just kind of like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. But if it's too crazy, I can always perm it again, right? I really had that in the back of my mind. Like, all right, well, I can always perm it again.
Okay.
If, it looked too crazy. But for me, it's like, okay, I wish it was easier to comb. I'm going to be honest.
No.
But,
True,
it's all good.
So, perms. What's the history of perms? Because I'm a guy. I'm glad I never got a perm. Some dudes did.
The creamy crack. The creamy crack is what they call it. No, perms. I mean, like I said, from a very young age, I have what they call a vigorole, which is like a vigorole is kind of like a really light perm. It just helps loosen your texture a little bit. And basically, for me, it was different though, because my mom, she has a pinched nerve, so her balance and her circulation isn't very good.
So she was applying it.
Well, my aunts and stuff would do it at the beginning, but yeah, so the problem she was having was my hair is not, you gotta work. It's you need a little grip, right? And my mom literally physically could not do what she needed to do to my hair at a certain point, because she was dealing with balance issues and grip issues. It just, a lot of times my dad did my hair a lot early on, and the perm made it easier for my dad to do my hair. So that's my background. But later, it's just something, so then it becomes something you just do.
Yeah.
So you're not even really thinking about it. And we talked a little bit off camera about how, you know, going natural was perming and dyeing my hair too close together, and it was highlights, so everywhere the highlights were, my hair had fell out, but the good thing about it was down the middle, so I could do a comb over.
Well, how'd you feel when that happened?
You know what? Hair is like, I always had long hair, so I had done crazy stuff to my hair before, and it always grows back, and that's where I'm at with it now. Like, because even with natural hair, some people are like, oh, well, you shouldn't dye it, and it's like, you know, it's hair. If it falls out, it will grow back. Like, I have less of an attachment to the hair now that I feel like I had when it was long and straight.
Well, do you feel? How about like natural products? Do you feel you should put like natural stuff on your hair?
Yeah, I do and I don't. I try to follow products on like a lot of blogs and stuff because I'm not really a crazy product head myself. Like internally, I don't exactly know what is supposed to go in your hair. But I know one of the things that works the best is like raw shea butter for moisture.
Shea butter,
like. I've tried a zillion things, natural hair products, regular hair products, and that has been something that keeps the moisture in my hair. So
mine too, yeah.
I definitely know that, you know, that's something that works, but I've also seen in blogs sometimes too where regular hair products that's cheaper, because unfortunately a lot of times natural stuff costs a lot of money.
I mean, it costs to, it's like no.
But it seems so backwards. Like this is the natural stuff, but it costs $30 a bottle.
I mean, yeah, it's,
you know,
like it's with organic fruit. We try to only get organic fruit, but it's like $2 extra.
Exactly.
A little pound and a little bag of cherries. Like, no.
Exactly. So,
that's great.
You know, I just try to find a balance.
Okay.
Of being able to use both.
Nice. All right. So, texture. Texture fantasies. It's like, no. Have you ever just thought about having a tighter coil or a looser coil?
Here's the funny thing. There was a girl who she had a super huge fro, amazing fro. It was so beautiful, I loved it, but it was definitely looser. It didn't have as much of a curl pattern. It was kind of just fuzzy, kind of like that Esperanza's ball.
Yeah, yeah.
And one day I said to her like, "Oh, I love your fro," and she said to me, "I wish my hair curled tighter like yours."
She said that?
Yes. And at that point, I said, you know what, forget this whole, like, hair envy thing. Because there's always somebody looking at you that wants what you have. You know, even we talked about it being tight but having a curl pattern. And some people just got thick hair. And they like, well, I wish my hair had a little bit of curl to it. So I tried to keep that in perspective, even though I do see people with, like, wavy hair. And I'm like, look pretty that is.
The grass is green everywhere.
Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta blow it out and do a twist out, or you know, you can just do so many different things to give you what you're looking for.
All right, so the natural hair community. How do you feel? You know, that the more education that's coming into, you know, through YouTube and social blogs. How do you feel that's affecting like people in the world?
Well, I think like one of the first things that it does is pretty much gives you a perspective. It gives you the feeling that you're kind of like not alone in this, right? Like I hate making it so dramatic, but natural hair really is like a journey, it's a process, because it's going against most of what you ever really knew.
It is.
If you walk down the street in Philadelphia, it's like 9 times out of 10 the black girl is gonna have weave.
Straight hair, well, yeah.
I mean, they're gonna have weave. They're not even gonna have a perm. They're gonna have a perm and a weave. Like, you know what I mean? And then outside of that, probably just perm straight hair.
Yeah, true.
So you don't know anything a lot of times. You know what I mean? You're going into it just trying to figure it out. And you know, I think most of us, as much as people make memes and funny things about us looking on YouTube, a lot of us do have to go on YouTube into blogs to find out ways to do your hair. Because if you've never done it, you know, I'm 26, so what, 08 is like 4 years ago. So you're talking about from I can remember the 22, you know, having perm hair and not even knowing what my hair texture was like, because my hair texture was completely different.
True. Man, was it so, for you to go natural, was it something you just like thought in your head, so let me just jump into it?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much after that whole experience with the dye, I just, and then in college, a lot of folks were natural.
Okay.
Or going natural, or transitioning into being natural, so it felt like there was support there, you know, going natural. And then coming out into the real world, you're like, oh wait, this is not what it's really like. But, you know, that really gave me the push. But one thing I did learn is that a lot of times natural hair is more sensitive than permed hair, because with my hair texture, it actually did better a little bit permed.
Okay.
Because see, a lot of people say, watch how much your hair is going to grow once you don't have a perm, but I feel like my hair grew a little faster with a perm because my hair is so tight, the edges are very soft, pretty much, so they can split very easily.
True.
So my hair does kind of fare better stretched. So a lot of times I will blow it out.
Okay. Do you, now when you go to sleep, do you do like satin pillowcase?
I wish I did. I wish I did. I do have a satin pillowcase, but I don't cover my hair as much. I will cover it more if I like flat iron it out or something like that. Or if I twist it, then just like I will go to sleep straight like this.
This is one thing I tell Kasheera, my girlfriend too. Moisturizing day and night has helped my hair a lot, because my hair gets super dry, super tangled fast. I mean, I detangled my hair for like 3 days just to detangle my wig, and I stopped. And the next day it was all just little dots. So, like a satin cap and a satin pillowcase helps the best, but I don't even do that. Who can follow all these rules?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't want to be so constrained.
True. Okay. So how do you think that I guess goes into like self-identity? How do you think it help you or like other people?
I think, you know, the fact of the matter is this is our hair, and I don't know any other race of people that like aren't dealing with their own hair. Like, you know what I mean? It seems crazy to me, and like, don't get me wrong, we all want to do different things to make ourselves look better. Like, you know, I'm a natural person. I do straighten my hair. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not so against having straight hair, but I just think that knowing that this is how I was born and this is how my hair grows out of my head,
you accept it.
I have to be okay with that. Like, it's crazy to me not to be okay with that. This is how my hair grows out of my head.
I agree.
And we get a lot of outside forces that tell you, you know, an attractive girl, her hair is straight and it's long and it's to her butt. You get those images and you're not even certain how you're affected by them. And I feel like I didn't know that I was affected by them until I went natural. Because I felt like I was just normal. Like, this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think as a man, it's definitely seeing those images forced to me. It like just, I don't know. It definitely just molds your way of how you see a woman.
Right.
But it's, I didn't even think of how it affects women, you know? And that's definitely another aspect of you seeing that image. Not in a sexual way, but just like, maybe I want to look like that, or...
Exactly. Even, think now, I feel like now I see more, sometimes I see girls with froze in videos, and I'm like, oh man, times is a changing. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think that that's super dope. Like, it's one video, and I wish I could remember the artist, all natural girls in the video.
Was it Dead Prez, or
It wasn't Dead Prez, it was someone else.
Okay,
I think it's shot in New York.
Okay.
But it was all girls with natural hair, and I just thought that was so dope because they were gorgeous. You know what I mean? So it's just like, just showing all sides of things. We all have different textures of hair. Like,
we do.
You know, it's some black people with really fine hair, some black people with thick hair. We have all types of hair. It's just nice to see all types, you know. And I just hope that women can continue to just grasp onto that, because as nice as weave is for, like, you know, a special event or you're going somewhere,
once in a while.
Yeah, maybe. I've never had a weave, but you know, I can see now, like, okay, being in the music industry and stuff like that. Well, maybe I'm going to a big event and maybe I want to have it flowing, you know?
With my hair.
Maybe, right? But I just think at the end of the day, just being okay with who you are, because I think that a lot of them are suffering with identity crisis, whether they know it or not. And that's the scariest thing, because you don't really know.
Yeah, true. And then if someone say it, just a little comment, want to defend automatically.
Right.
It's like, comment.
Protect your edges, girls. Protect your edges, because those weaves, they're taking out the edges.
Sheesh.
And it's running rampant.
That's another thing too, like acceptance. It has to start with self-acceptance first.
Right.
But at the same time, we can't judge each other.
Right.
You know?
It's way worse sometimes, you know what I mean? Because sometimes different folks of different races, they love it. They
True.
I love your hair.
Yeah.
It's so fluffy.
Love, yeah.
You know, can I touch it? Can I see? You know, and it's like, you know, but sometimes us in the black community, we're more quick to judge each other. You know what I mean? Because your hair is this or your hair is that. And it's like, you know, at this point, I'm so cool with it. You know, some days my hair act crazy, but that's everybody. Whether your hair is straight, whether it's you won't have a bad hair day. You know what I mean? But some days I get up and I'm like, do it.
So what if I wear my hair like this every day? If I have a bad hair day, does that mean my hair is always bad?
No.
Say
no, but I just mean sometimes the fro is moisturized and looking good, and sometimes it's looking dry. Like, you know what I mean? That's just
true.
What you gonna do?